that befell many of the survivors, like they still live on. They still try to go through with their life, trying to make something for themselves, and still trying to keep that spirit of hope. Because for many, living on when their loved ones, their families died, is the way to remember and respect their sacrifice. To live their best life they can.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so one last question to Silas, and I will stop grilling you. At the end of your reminiscing, because everyone else will have their chance to do stuff, but just so you know, there will be something happening with repercussions to the city, and you will have chance to act. Like above the board before like the action kicks in again, after a period of reminiscing, would Silas reach any conclusions, decide on anything, or would that still be like ongoing process?
I'll message you right quick. Answer.
Oh god. Well, let's see if I'll be able to like a proper response. Yeah, so look at that. And by the way, Vale, do you have medicine or wait, is it medicine in this game or
There is medicine in this game. I don't have proficiency, but I do have like a high wisdom in general. By high wisdom, I mean I have a +2 smell.
Yeah, so
Six.
you're not a smooth brain.
I'm not a medical man. We kind of first aid it.
Know how to do chest
I
compression.
put a bandage on before.
As being a blood hunter, okay, being a blood hunter probably gave you some insights on how to do some first aid. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
gotta
it's
wash the
basically like
wounds.
self-harm.
You will understand in a moment why I asked this question. So, as you, over the course of days, several pulses when you have time, you investigate Captain of the Guard. And I take it, my understanding is that you do it like covertly. You just observe him from a distance, try to like make sure he doesn't notice you, so he's unaware of your attention and presence, yes?
Preferably.
Okay. So, you don't have to roll for stealth. You actually, at least on 2 occasions, you do see and mostly hear that when you believe he's completely all alone, that he is speaking with someone, or rather he's speaking. It feels like he's having a dialogue, but you only hear his end of a line. However, try as you may, as you try, like to figure out like what's the more like malevolent meaning behind it. And even if you like got help from someone that is better at detecting magic, there is nothing esoteric, nothing magical about it. And you may give me, and this will be pretty easy, but you may give me perception check, but this is based on sight.
Ew. Okay. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
it's not bad. Not bad, not terrible. Not great, not terrible. That's the quote. Fucking hell. Okay. It takes you a long while because Captain Tom has like a. He's not bald. He has plenty of hair. But one day after training, he has to tie his hair a little bit differently, showing and thus revealing faded but still ugly looking scar going on the right side of his skull, of his head, looking like he definitely suffered some sort of like head trauma. It didn't kill him, obviously. He's still alive and running. But seeing that, well, let's see if... I mean, if you as a player connected the dots, you don't have to roll, but if you're still unsure what I'm getting at, what's the deal with Captain, you can
Oh.
definitely roll.
Psychosis due to head trauma. I will roll just in case because I don't know if Vale himself would make that sort of thing, but
Okay. It might not be fully the case of there are no therapists, and about the board, as a DM, I have no experience, knowledge about psychiatry and whatnot, so if I'm using wrong terms about what he has, I'm sorry. I just
I do know, so it's we'll get there in
don't
the
know
end.
stuff. Don't know stuff. And again, how I'm gonna handle it, I'm gonna confirm the knowledge to you as a player above the board. How Vale interprets that in character fluff-wise, I'm gonna leave it completely up to you. Essentially, Captain Tom's deal is this. He did suffer a head trauma, and due to his background, he's talking with his 3 servants, aka slash butlers, that he thinks they survived the escape from his previous place of residence, but they didn't. And he's been talking with them.
Schizophrenia.
They are fragments of his imagination.
He has trauma-induced schizophrenia and/or psychosis. Got it. All right. Interesting. I think Vale would eventually get like, okay, this person isn't actually like harmful, and like making sort of a dot. Like, I'm sure there are cases of people who've been wounded greatly by like a head trauma and have started having hallucinations of some sort, because we fight constantly out here on the front lines. So he'd probably be like, okay, well, obviously something's not right up there, but it's probably due to him being hit in the head so freaking hard. And he'd be like, okay, well, this isn't actually a lead. And then he'd get back to the others after a few days. Cool.
And to add additional benefit of your investigation is that as you observe him doing his duties, he's not some like super uber duper paladin, but he's dutiful. He does his work. There's no malevolence in him, and even if he slipped or like did like one too much drink, that's just human mortal fallibility, if that's the word I'm looking for. Like small mortal under weakness that you can understand and no like malevolent action.
Mm-hmm. He is not a threat, as previously thought. Okay. Glad. I have one less person to deal with. Crosses off list.
Hey.
Yep. Okay. Pastor, as you are...
Yep.
Actually, because at the first you wanted to ask for Sasa's assistance.
Yeah.
So
I identify.
you do that. Probably at that point in time, Sasa is able to help, but you would notice. Actually, would you notice? Sasa, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, great.
Woo!
Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
Pastor, you would notice that there are like sleepy bugs underneath Sasa's eyes. It seems like she's been studying the book very hard, and she's not getting enough. As fucking hell, I cannot speak English today. She's not as rested as she should be.
Right.
However, that's like I'm not incurring any penalties for help for now.
Yeah.
This is like a fluff thing.
I'm fine. Just let me see the thing.
It's a blinding vial of light, Vicar.
The
What?
ichor that he that he got from that wound at the Nighthawks.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
The portal.
Yeah. Should I say? So what exactly? Why exactly? I'm just gonna identify, and she's just gonna cast identify. She's gonna do the ritual.
Okay. Can you, or rather, like, do you have a full description of it? Because I want to make sure that the. Identify. Okay, choose an object. Okay. So, pretty much what it is that it is concentrated, liquefied, light energy, or rather like also type of mana, but that like very like 100% light aligned. Kind of like
Good.
actually the better word I'm looking for is essence.
So pure light essence on a bottle.
Perfect.
Just carefully hand it over to Derp and just tell him, this is just concentrated light essence, which somehow remains in the bottle. You know, the same essence that she's gonna do, like that explosion motion.
And actually, I'm gonna give you two bits of information. One, while normally this would be like some would think that this could be like a nice power source, like light essence turned into mana, you gulp it down. Problem, if you gulp it down, you basically get like a lethal amount of radiation.
Okay, so this is lethal amounts of light. Great.
If you ingested it, it's like imagine if you tried to eat portion of elephant's food from Chernobyl. You would just
Oh my god.
you're just fucking gone. You die.
Just take a bite.
And two, I know that it doesn't say specifically, but I adjusted a little bit that you do get like this bottled light is like resource. It's not like the tree, it's not like the portal, it's not like thinking, it's not sapient sentient, whatever. However, there is an emotion associated with that bottle that you feel. Actually, it's slightly diluted, and it's not like anger, because this essence cannot be angry at something, you definitely get an expression, or rather a feeling of volatile. However, it's not like volatile.
It's in explosions. Volatile is in emotion.
Yeah, like the sample is stable, like it's not gonna explode. I mean, yeah, like volatile as in like emotion.
Boy.
Alright.
It's not strong, but it is there.
Right.
Carefully hand it over to Pastor.
Thank you for looking into this.
yeah, don't worry.
Despite warning, he is going to still do the thing.
Okay. So in your privacy, as you'll be doing the thing, can we quickly go over and can you remind me? Okay, so you have the awakened tree thing. You have the liquid sample of pure light essence.
I have a bag of white powder.
The sun powdered crystal, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have a ton of light sources around the tree because of the torches and also Pastor's lights, continual flame, and a whole bunch of other shit.
Okay. And because I know there was an awakened tree bit, but I'm trying to remember, was it something that you bought or do you have a spell for like?
It was a magic item, pot of awakening.
Oh right, the thing that you could have like gotten whatever item you wanted as a
Yeah.
like, there was a lot of loot. Okay.
Got that and the tattoo.
Okay. So at first I have a question for you, and for this you'll have to answer me without knowing the context.
Right.
Treant or thorn? Actually, let me write that down because I cannot trust my spelling.
Hey, that's me.
Why
What?
sorry.
Damn, I'm so good at this.
Choose your fighter.
I
So,
only
like-
know what one of those is.
This bitch
Um,
never watched fucking Lord of the Rings. Oh my fucking god.
I did not. I am going to eventually, but I have not yet.
Big tree.
Yes,
Beak.
I know. I know what treant is. I don't know what thorn is.
You know, Rose has thorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thorn is like a
Oh, I thought it was another
piercing bit.
creature of type.
Big tree or thorn golem. Spiky boy. Wait, can we get like a big thorny tumbleweed and just like roll it? Throw it at him.
If you put it in a stick, you can call it a thorn mace. Torn mace.
What? Considering what Esther wants this thing to be able to do, thorn.
Very well. With all that preparation, please give me. Definitely, that will be a check with advantage, but actually, I'm fine with religion, arcana, nature,
Oh, cool.
whatever you prefer. One of those. Or if you can basically sell me the idea of something else, that's fine too. But I think either of those three is should
I think I'll
work.
go ahead and use religion. You said advantage?
Yes.
That's just one, damn it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Roll two. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Hmm. You rolled exactly a 10 twice.
Yep.
Completely average.
Very well. So, good news and maybe not bad news, but potentially concerning. Your decision. Uh, good news, and actually I have started with a question. Do you play or know characters from League of Legends?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
Who is it?
Never mind. Which character?
I'm
If Kali knows which character support role has Thorn as part of the title.
Ira. Yeah. I don't remember how to say her name. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brain was going to Maokai, and I was like, that's all I could think.
Maokai was the second option.
Listen!
Yeah,
Maokai was the
Maokai's a treant.
He's a treant!
Yeah, Maokai's
I don't know why, but my brain couldn't get over it.
Maokai's title is the Twisted Treant. Zyra's title is Rise of the Thorns. So good news that you are in the process of acquiring for the City of Hope a Guardian that has a challenge rating of 23.
Oh.
This is concerning.
No, that's a good news.
woo.
Potentially concerning news. All of that preparation and that ritual allowed you to do that in the first place. However, channeling, utilizing so much light, and this is where the volatile nature of that light essence comes through. The nature of that ritual and the amount of power you are pouring into it is that you cannot fully control the process. It still goes off as intended. You still achieve the end objective. However, there will be a complication because you basically, fluff-wise, what Pastor could have felt is that while he still had grasp on the entire thing, he did feel that some bits of it were slipping from his grasp, as he, despite his prowess as a light cleric, was simply unable to control it all. Basically, this was a casus of do not try to eat a power field bigger than your head. So, what that means in practice might be revealed in action. However, the City of Hope will definitely acquire a guardian that might be sometimes short-tempered or ruthless to the enemies. I might twist some things, but people who basically do the homebrew versions of LoL characters, Maokai is chaotic good, Zyra is neutral evil.
Understood.
Genocidal tree.
Let's go. I mean, Esther never planned on controlling the tree. I know that the whole Pot of Awakening thing, it's supposed to say that you can give it commands. Esther was never going to do that.
Your command. Command yourself now.
Pastor was one command he would have given it was protect yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna say that due to the used amount of energy and power, the Guardian, the new tree, she is not at full power. I would say, to use the Guardians of the Galaxy analogy, she's kinda between child and teenage Groot.
Understood.
So it's not like a small sapling, but it's also not a full-grown humanoid figure that is able to command plant life all around it. Basically, what's the word I'm looking for? The power is there. It just needs to complete the process of forming.
Right. I think Pastor is very pleased with this result.
Okay. Now,
All we have to do is sneak over and have another C.
the awakened tree is not speaking for now, but it seems to understand you. And unless convinced otherwise, it's gonna stay around your abode at your home, learning things.
Pastor is still just gonna do like normal tending to the area, setting up the lights, making sure they have the sun crystal powder, usual stuff.
Okay. Very well. Okay, Sasa. Two things of note. One, as you continue your research of the book and you delve into the oldest passages, or rather the older ones, the ones that are written in Silva, not the ones that are written in the tongue of the gods, not the ones that can splinch your brain, not those passageways. At first, if that wasn't certain before, you do get enough glimpses of information that you can, you in character can know for sure what was the intent and purpose of this world. To be, and where did I write this? I didn't. Give me just... Okay. Yeah, so... essentially, more or less, that bit of information, that the Word of Eclipse was created for a specific purpose, you now know, like, the full extent of that in character. That's what you can... It's not stated directly in the journal, but you are smart enough, you know enough, you can read between the lines. Why this world was created. And second thing of note, to tie that nat 1 on Constitution saving throw, when you finally, one moment when the rest finally takes you, the sleep finally takes you, or actually, as you research basically the boundary between consciousness and dream, you do not even notice when you fall asleep, and you have a dream. Only afterwards you realize that was a dream, where you are in full scientific garb, and you are not working alone on deciphering this great mystery You are not working alone. Using your vast intellect to create new inventions, to create magnificent things, either of destruction or some other goal. Your parents are with you.
And are we just like working in silence, all of us?
It's maybe in silence, but it also may be because I'm like, you can definitely throw in detail if you want to that dream. It doesn't have to be in silence. What Sasa would remember from the dreams, I think, would be praise. And sensation of being like feeling proud.
Mhm. Okay. Then when she wakes up, first thing she's gonna do is just like look at the book and be like, "Not now," and kind of just close it for a second, and just kind of write the dream down somewhere else, like in a little journal.
And this is not the only time it will happen. The dream returns from time to time of you working alongside your parents. Probably, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but on one hand, the sensation of warmth that it almost feels to you that if they were here, that's what they would be saying. They would still be proud of you. And then probably also sadness, because in the end, in the waking world, they are not here to tell that to your face.
Mm. Am I in control? Well, not in control, but can I like do stuff in my dream? Like, do I realize am I dreaming?
At some point, sure, yeah. You might get like a sensation of like a lucid dreaming. I'm not sure that's the right name
I
for
think
that.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Sasa is just gonna just kind of talk with her parents about what's going on and just give them a hug.
And
Kind of bent to them about what's been going on and when she's discovered. I don't know if they will answer or not. Probably not, but yeah, that's her way of like therapy of coping with it.
okay.
But how do you cope with all the mental stress of surviving in a wasteland? I speak to my parents in my dreams, actually.
I speak to my dead parents.
I speak to my dead
Eh,
parents.
Just for
I
no
speak to the tree I grew.
Just for no reason whatsoever. Sasa, can you give me an insight check?
Hmm.
I fucking knew it. I was like, there's some shit going on.
Inside. That's a 19.
Ah,
Was it like a 20 DC and I barely missed?
no. But the last dream, before the thing the action kicks off again, and as I mentioned, that's gonna happen after we deal with the downtime scenes for you.
Yeah.
As you hug them again, you like the more lucid part of the dreaming kicks off in your brain again. You go to hug them. Something feels off. You cannot put a pin on it. You cannot grasp the exact sensation, what it means, but there's this unshakable feeling something is not right. And when you rack your brain, when you think, when you're like in the most intense lucid part of the dream, if you think about it, it's not the first dream when something felt not right. But maybe the emotions of finally seeing your parents again in your memories, in your dreams, made you temporarily blind. What is not
Okay.
seen. And then,
I will not hug them.
yes, as you like stop yourself and step back, the dream form of your parents glitches a little bit. And then they start shimmering and shifting, and then just before you wake up, those two forms start mending together, forming a pair of blackened wings that then spread a little bit, revealing a new form that gives a small smirk before the shock of that sight jolts you wide awake.
Shit. I'm grabbing the journal. Where's the thing? Where's the book?
The book is still in your possession. As in panic, you
Not
look
putting in the bag of
around.
holding.
As in panic, you look around. The book is still safe in your possession. Your mansion, your place is still secure. But then you start thinking. There was a lot of things you talk about in those dreams.
Mm-hmm. Not all of it, luckily, because I realized at the end. But what I know so far, maybe.
Not all of it, but
Yeah.
plenty. But plenty. And further thoughts, because I'm gonna say that during that pulse cycle you compared to the rest of the party you woke up the latest, because again you push yourself to the very limit trying to read as much as you can, and on that day, even if you like had prepared like meeting place to recruit the rest of the party, would be like coming the latest. And you, alongside the rest of the party, will hear alarm bells going off. However, they do not sound from the walls. As you listen more intently, they come from the inside the city.
Fuck.
At first, it's like a one bell you hear ringing, and you feel that maybe it's like a nothing severe. But then the ringing intensifies, and not a confusion, but alarm washes over the city, and soon enough, the message spreads around that the mine, the one that is the life source for the sun crystals, is being attacked. No details are provided. What is the nature of the attack or the attackers? But the bells are ringing. And my question would be, does the party proceed to interject the danger?
Yes.
Vale would
Say
pick up
very-
Pastor and just fucking sprint. Fucking run there.
Hey,
There's a hefty boy.
I know, I'm strong.
Yeah, basically the attack on the mine happens like after the downtime, after you had a chance to do the personal objectives. I am aware that we are approaching time. However, allow me to show you the thing. Actually, hold on. I prepared things. Of course, I forgot to put your tokens on the map. You damn motherfucker.
Holy shit.
The sight that welcomes you at the mine is one of desperate battle. And just to confirm, like this is one map, this is like not the entire mine, but I couldn't find anything better. Essentially, around you, in the areas that we do not see, large amounts of guards are fighting a rather desperate battle to keep the horde of monsters, subterranean underdark monsters, from spreading throughout the city. I already tell you, because your characters would know very quickly, that these are not undead. More than that, they do not seem to be corrupted by the dark powers of any kind, which, to be fair, makes sense, because they seemingly, the way the bodies are strewn around, the way that the battle seems to be flowing right now, it seems like these monsters came from the mine itself. And considering what is mined there, if they were dark creatures, they wouldn't be able to pass. They would perish from the amount of light that there is. However, the situation is as follows. The rest of the guard, the fight around the mine, not only here but in other sections, is to contain the horde. Here you see that one of the hordes, because I thought about that, and instead of putting 6 to 9 tokens of minions, this is basically the large tokens like these ones are the concentration of minions. Basically, this is like a horde token. It has lowered AC but more HP than a single creature. And
I know you're probably not using their stats. Is that a Nyogi
no,
art?
I took it from a 5e tools, and actually,
Oh,
because
interesting. It
those
looks kinda
are
like-
Nogi are slightly different. These guys are actually, they would be they are monstrosities.
Yeah.
So that would fall under what? Nature? Check?
Yes. They're technically naturally occurring.
Yeah. So to get that out of the way, those actually, even if you are not proficient, looking at those creatures as you step into the battlefield, you can make a nature check for free. as a free action.
You can do that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Nature.
Yes.
Nature, please. Play. The one smart person.
14.
Okay, for most of you, perhaps you didn't delve too much into underground, or maybe there weren't that many sources of information. But Sasa, you do not recall them having any specific abilities or resistances and whatnot. But you do recall the name of those creatures. And let's go. I'm gonna spell that correctly. They are Kruthiks.
Critics. Critics.
Like with a K or with a C?
You should see the name of that horde. So
Oh. Oh, a Kruthik.
Critics. Critics.
Interesting.
I'm gonna...
I was like, wait a second, this bitch pulling out the Nyogi? I haven't seen one of them in forever.
I did see it basically because I knew I wanted like a creature from like the depths, and Nyogi was on the list because someone prepared like a list of fun creatures to use from Underdark. Nyogis were there, but also there were Kruthiks.
Ooh, neat.
For anyone. And essentially, in short, the one horde is trying to burst through the through that defensive line. The gate, that wooden gate, is really like blasted wide open. The guards, assuming you can see those on the guard towers, they are like, this one is called, like, seeing you approach, is shouting for help. Like, help! They are breaking through! We need assistance! The others that are not like busy holding the line, they are trying to use crossbow or bows, like pettering the creatures down below. Just as you came by, one of the guards just got torn to shreds by the adult variants of those Krutkicks. I'm gonna say, in terms of HP, they are not minions per se, but they're gonna have slightly less than they would normally have. But essentially, no enemy on the field is 1 HP minion. Just in case you have to like plan your like abilities and whatnot. However, with that roll, I'm gonna give you that for more HP, the horde of the lesser younger Krutkicks has lowered AC. Essentially, hordes have AC of 10.
Alright, kids, we're dealing with NIDs. Get the fucking flamethrower.
And one last mechanical thing. If you see like the 15 feet up for the guards, they are not flying. This is like a way to show like above the ground level how high they are.
Yeah.
To like represent that, yeah, there's not like a fully. And if you actually you should have line of sight on the like deeper in. You do see that there's a group of enemies that's cornered some of the guards and workers of the mine. That said, guards are trying to desperately like not be engaged in melee, but this is at this point in time as the battle will begin. They're like, waving their weapons and torches like, stay back, like trying to buy time. And just so that description is taken care of, basically this way, you will see that that entrance to the cave is completely collapsed, like partially collapsed, partially bloated with the amount of bodies that were killed there. Essentially, short, you're saying that the local contingent of guards is losing ground. However, considering the how outnumbered they are, they still did pretty damn well. And
Yeah,
still
they
managed to
are king.
kill plenty of the bugs.
Bug killing time.
Two of the guards are cleared as bad guys when I press Alt.
You never know.
They shouldn't be. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot to... For most tokens, I changed it. For them in the back, I forgot. Because they should be friendlies. Okay, and just so... Yeah, because the actual fight we'll deal with next time. Because I see that we are definitely approaching time. But just so we have that prepared for next session, let me put you in... Actually, before we start. Basically, with this being the line, you can basically position yourselves how do you begin the fight. Like this is the line, how far you can be at the start of combat.
I'm good with where I am.
Prompt.
Okay. Yeah? I don't know, Pastor, if you wanted to move. Okay.
Just move there.
Okay, so combat state. And
Hey, 15. Nice.
combat state. And more or less, basically the friendly NPCs are there to hold the line, and I'm not gonna be putting them in combat state to prevent the freaking turn order from being fucking large. So that's that. That's that. Actually,
What?
I mean, if we are doing that, I might as well. Fuck it. Because I realized, yeah, that turner is gonna be big either way, so fuck it. Okay, Okay, and let's see if I have an option too. God bless the modules, so I can just click roll NPCs. Okay, with that, I will click that the combat has started. And at this point in time, I believe that we can call the session for today.
Oh, a lot of monsters still. Okay.
Apologies for this being a little bit rusty, but after a break I
It's okay.
had to
Okay.
get into the groove of things. One last thing. Do you see the health estimate above the enemy token?
Which one? I don't see any of them right now.
I don't see a bar.
I don't
Okay.
see any.
Basically, not health bar, but like if you hover above the token,
Yeah, it's
above
not
it.
the uninjured or anything.
Shit. Maybe the module is borked because I just put the option that it should be visible all the time during combat. And I'm pretty sure I did put the option correctly. So if that doesn't work, then maybe the module is borked for the current version.
You can set it so it's visible all the time, but you have to make sure it's visible to everyone as well. That might be it.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like I'm
Hmm.
absolutely sure that health estimate, behavior settings, yeah, always show estimates and show estimates user all.
Weird.
Show estimates tokens, all. So that should be visible. But yeah, I don't know why that is not working. Oh well, so probably before the next session I will like change it, because if you do not see the health estimates, I'm just gonna disable it for now and instead just fuck it, pull the health bars. Which means I'll have to like edit the tokens, but yeah, it's doable. But yeah, don't worry, there's a reason for this attack, and yeah, there's something more going on in the background.
As always.
I'm excited.
But yeah, despite everything, I hope you had a good time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also,
Some
because of
would
the
like
coloration on these Kruthiks, I thought they were Elder Brain dragons for a second, and I was like, oh, fuck. Well, we're dead.
I mean, I did make some mistakes, and usually I'm bad in Pathfinder at managing challenge rating, but I would probably know to not throw like a challenge rating 20 thing
I mean,
at
yeah, I would
level
hope.
7 party. Because I wasn't aware
Yeah.
that there's something like Illith Lich. Basically, Elite hit that is a Lich.
Or, yeah, like a Draco Lich. Yeah. You can turn anything into a Lich if you try hard enough. You can get Mind
all you
Flayer
need
Liches.
is a little like brain worm to get into them.
In one of my campaigns, there's a Lich that's actually a bard, and they stay alive for as long as people remember their songs.
Oh.
So that's fun.
That is a very cool idea.
Gotta produce
Sounds
a
like
new song
summertime
before I
weapon from
die.
regular show.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, they're cool.
It sounds like summertime Levin from regular show. The weird
A little bit,
mixtape
yes.
that pops. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sadly, I am not aware. Like, I haven't watched regular show, so that's references like.
I've watched some of it, but usually only when it happens to be on. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like maybe the first season or two,
Yes.
kinda. And
Yes.
Then, yeah,
When it was
that's
on
about it.
constantly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, thank you
Hey,
for the session.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah,
Good
also thank you
night,
for the
everyone.
session, and yeah,
Care.
have fun with your games, and yeah, as fellow DM to other, like I'm sure you'll do fine, and you
I
know,
believe in you.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean the greaters still like wing it.
Yeah, I mean, half of the maps that JP makes or gets ready for us are drawn MSP by his own hand, so it's like.
That's not true. I stopped doing that. I stopped. I used to.
Yeah,
do
now
it,
you
but
do.
not
Now you
anymore.
do them on paper and then scan the image in. You little dummy.
Shut up. I don't do that. I don't have a scanner.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
guys, hopefully next week.